Strong opposition from the Bahamas Union of Teachers president. First tonight, Belinda Wilson taking a stand against government's proposed bi-weekly salary plan, claiming teachers were left out of the loop. Hear why she's still waiting for answers nearly a year later. Also, we'll tell you the splash of color and culture in Exuma as Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper unveils the island's new icon sign, celebrating its legacy as the sailing capital of the Bahamas. See how this bold display captures the island's richness. Also, bigger than Bay Street, the Way Forward Valley Boys taking a bold stand this Junkanoo season as a non-competitive group. Despite months of tension with the original group, Way Forward says they're leaving it to the crowd of fans to decide. Then in Our News at 7:30, drama in the House. The former DNA leader weighs in on the mace-tossing incident and the suspension of 6 opposition members. Hear why he believes their actions were justified. Our News live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. Bahamas Union of Teachers President Belinda Wilson says she remains strongly opposed to government's proposal to switch civil servants to bi-weekly salary payments, citing a lack of consultation and unanswered questions. The plan, announced by Prime Minister Philip Davis during the July budget debate, is part of a broader effort to digitize the public service through initiatives like electronic salary notifications and online job applications under the Cloud Bahamas project. Wilson claims the union was excluded from discussions and says her questions, raised nearly a year ago, remain unanswered.
No prime minister, no government, no minister, or any other civil servant has the right to unilaterally change any terms and conditions of service of an employee, inclusive of their pay period. I have tried for approximately 1 year, from December 2023, to get satisfactory answers to questions posed by me and my other union colleagues, but all to no avail.
Now, as for the Cloud Bahamas project, Wilson alluded to problems with the portal.
We're asking you, as the Minister of Finance, to cause your department heads to cease and desist from threatening civil servants who have not logged on to the My Profile portal. And the threat is that their salaries will be coded. Well, let me say this emphatically. We are not logging on until the glitches are fixed. So get the glitches fixed.
And now to Exuma, where the Ministry of Tourism, Aviation and Investments unveiled a new Exuma icon sign in Moss Town on Friday, displaying the island's name in bright colors alongside a sailboat, symbolizing Exuma's status as the sailing capital of the Bahamas. Deputy Prime Minister and Exuma MP Chester Cooper described the sign as archipelago art and emphasized its significance as the first of many such installations to come. Cooper says the chosen location and vibrant colors celebrate the richness of the island.
This is what this represents. A monument that signifies Exuma, that lets people show that they visited the most beautiful place on planet Earth. They time-stamped an unforgettable memory. It will become a recognizable brand for Exuma. It will become perhaps one of the most visited spots here. It will be priceless PR and marketing for the islands of the Bahamas throughout the world.
And Cooper also announced plans to construct similar iconic signs on Cat Island, Eleuthera, Grand Bahama, and Bimini. The sign was crafted by celebrity artist Jamal Roll.
As an artist, a multidisciplinary artist, it's always a good opportunity to be celebrated in your own country. I've recently did huge projects all over the world, but nothing makes me more proud than to create something that's iconic in my own country.
A 25-year-old has denied allegations of sexually abusing his niece over a 2-year period. Prosecutors allege the abuse started in 2022 when she was just 6 years old and continued until this past May. The man, whose name has been withheld, pleaded not guilty to 5 counts of incest at his arraignment before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. And under overcast skies Friday, the Bahamas Department of Corrections came alive with celebrations as 115 newly trained correctional officers graduated, marking the start of their service. Commissioner of Corrections Don Clare delivered an inspiring address, applauding the officers for completing 6 months of rigorous training. He encouraged them to uphold integrity and honor as they join a proud tradition of service.
This is not an easy institution to work in. It is difficult. It is hard. And I said to you that it is lots of temptations. But I'm looking forward to you being the turning point in this whole new mindset of corrections. In that you will be confirmed in a year with none of you being interdicted. That's number one. Number two, you all promised me that this would be the best squad that ever entered these gates. And I want you to hold up to that.
National Security Minister Wayne Monroe, he spoke on behalf of Prime Minister Philip Davis, reminding the new correctional officers the role they will play in the rehabilitation of those who are incarcerated.
The individuals detained here, just like other citizens, are entitled to enjoy the fundamental human rights restricted only as the court may have ordered them to be. Our community, and indeed the world, will be watching to see how you safeguard those rights and how you execute your duties with discipline, honesty, and integrity. All of you correctional officers have the potential to make a real difference in the lives of those under your care.
And now to another story we've been following this week. The Way Forward Valley Boys, led by Trevor Davis, says their mission and goal this Junkanoo season is bigger than Bay. This after the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence officials decided the group will rush as a non-competitive group. It follows months of public back and forth between the Way Forward faction and world-famous Valley Boys led by Brian Adderley. At the group's shack last night, executive member Davin Jones says they'll leave it up to the people to decide.
And nobody sets out to not compete for a prize, so if we would have to consider this a compromise, otherwise we wouldn't participate at all. But the thing, at the end of the day, we don't represent just a small body of executives. We represent 800 people who support the Valley Boys. So the masses demand that we move forward, and we're not going to be deterred. We realize that their agenda is to try to discourage us and get us to stop so we don't expose what has happened. But we're not going to stop. We're going to keep moving forward.
And Jones had this message for supporters of the group.
At the end of the day, guys, this is family business, okay? This is a result of we were standing up for the group, okay? Those who remain with the other group, we fear that they've been misled, right? You could understand and come out and you'll see who the real Valley Boys are. It'll be quite a treat. You'll get to see what one version of it is, or the attempt, and then you'll get to see the real thing.
All right. We've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg, who are you pulling for? Sorry to put you on the spot like that.
Junkanoo.
I know that.
No, you put me on the spot. I'm a little partial to one family, so
okay.
I don't know. Junkanoo is our culture. So
sure thing. I mean, you know, we're in the celebratory mode, but
yeah.
Here's the thing. We're learning about the fact that weather conditions moving into next year could continue. What we've seen this year, unprecedented.
Yeah.
But our neighbors are saying that they are looking for unprecedented conditions year-round.
That is correct. Of course, studies are still being done. We are attributing most of the weather conditions now being climate change, and if you don't believe that, the signs are out there.
Right, 18
named storms this year, 11 hurricanes, 5 of them are major hurricanes, and fortunate for us here in the Bahamas, we did not experience any of that really. We had some brushes, Milton and Helene.
Is the message the same for us though? That we still need to stay prepared
Yes,
year round?
We still.
Even outside of the hurricane season?
Hurricanes can happen anytime. There's just a window that they normally occur, and September being the peak of the season, that's when we tend to see most of the activity. But yeah, we are starting to see those. And of course, climate change making these storms much stronger. And you notice that we had an early Category 5 storm in the season, unprecedented. So all the signs are there to just prepare for the upcoming hurricane season. So more information on that will come. But outside our studios, we have a frontal boundary that dropped into the central Bahamas. It's now sagging into the southeastern islands, and that's providing us with some cloudy conditions out there, as well as a high pressure system building behind that. 74 degrees is our current temperature, northeast winds at 25 miles per hour, and they will be gusting higher times. But the feels-like temperature is a very comfortable 73 degrees on the outside. Temperatures around the islands, it's already in the 60s in the northern islands. Freeport, 67, 68 in Marshall, Barbacoa. We pick up 71 in Alistown, Bimini, 70 over in Great Harbor Key, 74. Nicholstown, Andros, over in Governor's Harbor, 76. Central Bahamas, 74. Kemps Bay, we pick up more 76s. Arthurstown, Cat Island, Georgetown, Deadman's Key, and Cobin, San Salvador. And there's some isolated showers nearby. And in the southeast Bahamas, Duncantown, Ragged Island, Delectable Bay, Abrahams Bay, Meguana, Matthewtown, Inagua, all 77s. 76 in Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Islands. You guys have a temperature right now of 78. Satellite radar composite, that frontal boundary is still sagging towards the south. It's going to fall stationary across the southeastern islands, but a lot of clouds and moisture behind that, providing us with a lot of clouds across our area, and we're going to continue to see some light drizzle, if you want to call it that, but most likely it's going to be in the form of some light rain, maybe an isolated shower in the mix, but the winds are going to be the problem. We are going to see these winds extend into the weekend, and it looks as though they're going to continue through early next week. So hazardous beaching and boating is going to be a no-no. If you want to do any of those, don't get out there in the water. It's going to be dangerous. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. A look at extended forecast is still to come.
Coming up in sports, we talk a pair of legendary tennis icons and their partnerships with Bahama.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me at Talia Hall every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
It's from Santa. He says it's for all of our hard work this year and for being the best and most accurate news of all. Thank you, Santa. And for you at home, we're wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the team you already trust.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trey Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. Bahama has partnered with an international tennis legend for its latest sports initiative. The former racket club will be known as the John McEnroe Tennis Center. The venue features 8 courts, including 6 professional-grade hard courts, 2 hard-true clay courts, along with 6 top-tier pickleball courts. Suitable for beginners and advanced players, the center is expected to host a wide range of programs, including clinics, resort tennis packages, private sessions, and events.
The announcement of the John McEnroe Tennis Center comes right in time for the 5th Bahama Cup, hosted by Mark Knowles. The Bahama Cup, a unique pro-am and exhibition experience, takes place over the course of the next 3 days at the John McEnroe Tennis Center. Knowles, a 5-time Olympian, former doubles world number 1, a National Hall of Famer, will host several notable names in the sport. The signature event benefits the Bahama Foundation and the Mark Knowles Children's Tennis Initiative.
All eyes will be on Montague as the greatest show on sand returns. Last night's celebrity softball game was a bit of a preview, and now it's time for the main event. Team Bahamas will take on Team World tomorrow at the 7th Don't Blink Home Run Derby in Paradise. Team Bahamas will be headlined by former Derby champs and the only Bahamians to win the event, Chicago Cubs prospect B.J. Murray and Miami Marlins prospect Bryce Dean. Team World includes names like Cincinnati Reds Minor League Player of the Year Cam Collier, Pittsburgh Pirates number 3 prospect Tamar Johnson, and Oakland A's breakout star Lawrence Butler. And the 10YS top plays of the week. That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as Time magazine names Donald Trump 2024's Person of the Year, and Google reveals 2024 search trends. When Our News returns.
It's from Santa. He says it's for all of our hard work this year and for being the best and most accurate news of all. Thank you, Santa. And for you at home, we're wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the team you already trust.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trey Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
The bleachers are going up, and that means Junkanoo is just weeks away.
That also means you're closer to winning this brand new 2024 U-On Pro courtesy of Our News and Easy Car Sales.
Remember, the key to winning is to stay tuned to Our News nightly at 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. for a special Easy Car Sales story. There's a QR code on the screen that you can scan right from your mobile device.
Or head over to ournews.bs, answer the latest question.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Donald Trump rang the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange on Thursday, the same day Time magazine named him Person of the Year. It marks the second time Trump has received the title, first awarded in 2016 after his election. The Republican president-elect, known for his career as a New York real estate mogul, often highlighted the stock market's performance during his presidency. Trump's recognition follows last year's honoree, pop star Taylor Swift. A new study published in the Radiology Journal reveals late-stage breast cancer diagnoses are rising across all ethnic groups, with Black women hit the hardest. The study found Black women are 55% more likely to be diagnosed with advanced cancer compared to white women and are more likely to die from it. Despite similar mammography rates, Black women often face more aggressive cancers and barriers to timely care. The COVID-19 pandemic said to have worsened the issue, causing missed screenings. And experts say increasing screenings, access, and assessments can help improve survival rates. And Google's Year in Search for 2024 is out, spotlighting global trends. Sports ruled, with Copa America topping searches. The U.S. election led news queries, while President-elect Donald Trump was the most searched person. Disney Pixar's Inside Out 2 and Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us topped entertainment trends. Full details are on Google's Year in Search. And TikTok, fighting to stay online in the United States, asking for an emergency injunction to block a ban set for January 19, 2025. After losing a recent appeal, TikTok taking the case to the Supreme Court, arguing the ban would cause irreparable harm to the platform and its 170 million American users. The Department of Justice opposes the injunction, citing bipartisan support for the law and national security risks. Still to come in Our News, Today in History. Find out interesting facts about the day that was December 13th. Then in Our News at 7:30, bad manners and disrespect. PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell slams F&M demonstrators for disrupting a meeting between Prime Minister Davis and religious leaders. Hear his fiery response. And we'll tell you the funding government has secured for 14 family island airports when Our News returns.
We go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
Our mission statement is to better the life.
Because I have to be a part of Grand Bahama.
Join me, Italia Hall, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Our News as we share these inspiring stories of Freeport. Stay with the team you already trust.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
It's from Santa. He says it's for all of our hard work this year and for being the best and most accurate news of all. Thank you, Santa. And for you at home, we're wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the team you already trust.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Atreyu Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Atreyu Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people...
This day in Bahamian history in 1994, Bahamian sports legend Kenneth Andre Ian Rogers died in Nassau. He was 70. Rogers was the first Bahamian to play in Major League Baseball, spending 10 seasons in the majors for the New York, San Francisco Giants, Chicago Cubs, and Pittsburgh Pirates. In 1966, a baseball field, the Andre Rogers National Stadium, was constructed at Queen Elizabeth Sports Center in New Providence. In 2006, the stadium was demolished to construct the new Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. And in 2014, ground was broken for the new Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium. Also on this day in 2018, 34 recruits completed fire training at Royal Bahamas Police Force College in Freeport, making them the first squad to pass out in over a decade. At the ceremony, which saw drill performances by the recruits, was then National Security Minister Marvin Dames and former Police Commissioner Anthony Ferguson. The D Squad, which consisted of 28 men and 6 women, underwent 6 months of rigorous training in firefighting and fire arson investigative training. The Commandant Award for Highest Academic Excellence went to Recruit Constable 4123 Danielle Hutchinson, and the Baton of Honor for Best Overall Performance in all modules of training went to Recruit Constable 4132 Carlos Smith. Then a year later, the Department of Archives bid farewell to its 2019 retirees Chief Archivist Sherilee Strawn and Chief Superintendent Hazel Store-Roll during a Ministry of Education Christmas party. Then Minister Jeff Lloyd and other senior government officials thanked and congratulated the women for their dedicated service to country. And in world history, on this day in 1949, Israel declared Jerusalem as its capital. In 1996, the UN Security Council made official its selection of Kofi Annan of Ghana as UN Secretary General. Then in 2002, the Pope accepted the resignation of Boston Cardinal Bernard Law, who was under pressure to quit over a scandal involving sexual abuse by clergy. And finally, in 2003, U.S. troops found former Iraqi President Saddam Hussein in a hole in the ground behind a shepherd's hut near his hometown. All right, to watch that historical recap again and for all of today's top stories, visit ournews.bs. That does it for us now on News at 7. Joining us now, Natalia Hall. She's got the latest headlines. Natalia?
Thanks so much, Ken. Well, tune into Our News Weekend with our Megan Shepherd this Saturday for your next chance at free Junkanoo tickets powered by Alive and Our News Digital. And remember your chance to start the new year in style this Boxing Day. You could drive away in a brand new all-electric 2024 BYD SUV. Visit ournews.bs, click the Ride Easy with Our News banner, answer the question correctly, and you're entered to win. Good luck. Before you head over to our website, here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30.
Drama within the House of Assembly, that U.S. indictment and immigration. Tonight coming up on Our News, former Cabinet Minister Granville McCartney sounds off on it all.
Also, Progressive Liberal Party Chairman and Fox Hill Member of Parliament Fred Mitchell is calling out F&M protesters for disrupting a meeting between Prime Minister Philip Davis and religious leaders earlier this week. Mitchell calling the actions disrespectful. Plus, government is nearing completion on securing funding for the redevelopment of 14 family island airports. Among the projects is the Grand Bahama International Airport. We have the latest coming up. And later, a judge has scheduled a May 2025 trial for the police officer accused of fatally shooting an unarmed teenager in 2017. The story when Our News Live at 7:30 returns.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E. I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
Inti Corporation is on the move, day by day, panel by panel. Our commitment to sustainable energy becomes more real. With each milestone, Inti redefines what is possible. Not only are the Lucayas solar power projects on the island of Grand Bahama growing in scale, they are setting a new standard for energy independence in the Bahamas. These state-of-the-art solar farms at the Fairfield and Devon sites, once completed, will harness the power of the sun to generate 9.5 megawatts of clean, sustainable energy. Inti is on the move as a beacon of progress and innovation that is rapidly transforming our energy landscape. Witness the future of sustainable energy unfolding on the island of Grand Bahama as Inti Corporation shines brighter than ever. Inti Corporation, powering your world, powering your future.
This holiday season, the Ministry of Energy and Transport is bringing light back to Bahamian homes. Through our partnership with Bahamas Power and Light, we're offering the Merry and Bright Holiday Reconnection program, so you can pay as little as 10% of your outstanding balance and get reconnected. Just in time for the holidays. Pay a little, light up a lot. The Ministry of Energy and Transport is committed to making sure no family is left.
Welcome to Our News. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. Tonight, former Democratic National Alliance Minister Granville McCartney is weighing in on the recent drama in the House of Assembly that saw the mace being thrown out the window and 6 opposition members suspended for 2 sit-ins of Parliament. McCartney says their actions were necessary, but their punishment unfair. Joshua Williams reports.
Former Free National Movement Cabinet Minister Granville McCartney defending the opposition's recent actions in Parliament. McCartney also says he doesn't think they've been treated fairly. His comments come amid complaints from F&M leader Michael Pintard, who claims the opposition is not allowed to address issues in Parliament, a claim that has been denied in Parliament by House Speaker Patricia DeVoe. But McCartney insists the opposition should have their say.
The opposition has a right to be heard. From my understanding, they were not given that right. They had to do what they had to do to try to speak for the Bahamian people.
The opposition and supporters protested outside Parliament last week after F&M Deputy Leader Shannon Cartwright threw the Speaker's mace outside a second-story window, an act the Davis administration called a B-rated performance.
This government seemed to forget that many years ago, they threw the mace out the window.
As a result of their actions, 6 of 7 F&M MPs were suspended from Parliament.
And the opposition did what they had to do, in my view, to get the attention. The reaction of the government, I think, by the suspension was absolutely poor.
And with House proceedings paused for the Christmas holiday, the question remains, where do we go from here?
The bottom line is for them to really ensure that democracy is alive and well, and the voices of all parties concerned, government members, opposition members, all are heard.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Thanks so much, Joshua. Progressive Liberal Party Chairman and Member of Parliament for Fox Hill, Fred Mitchell, slamming F&M protesters for disrupting a meeting between Prime Minister Philip Davis and religious leaders earlier this week. F&M demonstrators gathered outside the Fox Hill Community Center chanting slogans during a discussion on crime, social welfare, and national security. Mitchell labeled their actions as disrespectful and accused them of interrupting a divine worship service, calling it a display of bad manners and ignorance of their own party's history.
Fox Hill has not seen such rudeness and impertinence. The protesters should know that it is an offense to disturb a divine worship service. And they should also know that that's the starting point. The next is simply bad manners. What did those preachers have to do with the things that they were shouting? I know every one of them. And throughout my years in Fox Hill, one or the other of them have been to my office, and even when I was out of office, came asking for help and got help from me.
He also praised the Speaker of the House for holding F&M MPs accountable for recent disruptions in Parliament.
Congratulations to the Speaker for taking a strong stand against the F&M MPs in the House of Assembly for breaking up the House and destroying parliamentary property and the peace and procedure in the House with their violent behavior.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Aviation Chester Cooper says government is finalizing funding for the 14 Family Island airports, including Grand Bahamas International Airport. Government launched an airport renaissance program to develop 14 Family Island airports. Grand Bahamas Airport has been a point of contention after it was badly damaged during Hurricane Dorian. Speaking on the sidelines of the unveiling of the Exuma icon signing on Friday, Cooper said the plan is for movement to happen quickly.
We're not only advancing Grand Bahama, which is often the subject of conversation, but Exuma, Georgetown, Black Point Exuma, Long Island, Governor's Harbor, Eleuthera is going to get new runways, and we are in the process of finalizing funding on all of them. It's going to be a massive undertaking, but we are going to be pressing forward very swiftly.
Cooper said timelines on these airports will soon come. Speaking to Exuma's airport, Cooper said the final paving will be done soon on the island's runway.
That work is going to be completed in early 2025, and many people look at the land side and they want to see the terminal coming out of the ground, but I want to remind people that that's $35 million plus going on the air side that's being done right now.
A judge has set a May 2025 trial date for a policeman accused of killing an unarmed teenager in 2017. Corporal Dennis Stirrup learned his trial date after he was arraigned on a manslaughter charge before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. Prosecutors say Stirrup unlawfully killed Gino Finley Jr., a 15-year-old R.M. Bailey High School student, on May 23, 2017. Stirrup has pleaded not guilty to the charge and remains on bail. His trial is scheduled from May 26 through the 30th before Justice Grant Thompson. Stirrup's arraignment comes on the heels of the coroner's jury finding that Finley was unjustifiably killed. Meanwhile, 3 police officers facing manslaughter charges in the December 26, 2021 death of Azario Major also pleaded not guilty. Sergeant Anton Sweeting, Sergeant Jamal Johnson, and Corporal D'Angelo Rule had their case transferred to Justice Gilomena Archer-Minnis. They're due to appear in court on December 18 to receive a trial date. Well, Phase 1 of the new University of the Bahamas Northern Campus has officially opened in Freeport. The state-of-the-art facility includes modern classrooms, labs, and resource centers, all made possible by a generous donation from a well-known businessman. We'll get to that story in about 5 minutes, but first, nice temperatures in the capital this evening. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Italia, and happy Friday evening, everybody. It's comfortable on the outside, a bit cloudy and a little bit on the windy side, but those temperatures are in the low to mid 70s. 74 is our current temperature under mostly cloudy skies, and it is really breezy out there. North-northeast at 25 miles per hour, and those winds are gusting much higher than that, but the feels-like temperature is in the low 70s. Satellite radar composite. Frontal boundary falling almost stationary across the southeast Bahamas, with a lot of moisture and clouds behind that affecting most of the island chain. High pressure is building in behind that, and that will continue to provide us with the very windy conditions over the next couple of days. There's also a trough disturbance moving in the flow, moving towards us from the southeast. That will tighten the pressure gradients. We're looking at those winds continue into early next week. So hazardous beaching and boating will be the name of the game over the next several days. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us. We'll tell you more about the weekend forecast still to come.
Still to come on our news, Phase 1 of the new University of the Bahamas Northern Campus has officially opened in Freeport, thanks to a generous donation from a well-known businessman. Also, Grand Bahama's economic future is looking bright with the reopening of the historic pub on the mall under new ownership, now called Pub 352. And later, residents in Grand Bahama's Heritage Subdivision have a reason to celebrate tonight with the unveiling of a new park in their community. That's all coming up when our news returns.
This holiday season, the Ministry of Energy and Transport is bringing light back to Bahamian homes. Through our partnership with Bahamas Power and Light, we're offering the Merry and Bright Holiday Reconnection program, so you can pay as little as 10% of your outstanding balance and get reconnected. Just in time for the holidays. Pay a little, light up a lot. The Ministry of Energy and Transport is committed to making sure no family is left in the dark this season.
The bleachers are going up, and that means Junkanoo is just weeks away.
That also means you're closer to winning this brand new 2024 U-On Pro courtesy of Our News and Easy Car Sales.
Remember, the key to winning is to stay tuned to Our News nightly at 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. for a special Easy Car Sales story. There's a QR code on the screen that you can scan right from your mobile device.
Or head over to ournews.bs, answer the latest question correctly, and you're automatically entered to win.
The winner will be announced live during the Our News coverage of the 2024 Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade.
With some rhythm.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop.
The University of the Bahamas Northern Campus celebrating a significant milestone this morning with the soft opening of Phase 1 of its new campus located at the historic Kipling building site. This development is a part of the UB North Rebuild project. UB North's original campus in East Grand Bahama was devastated by Hurricane Dorian, leaving the institution without a permanent home. The soft opening drew attendees from various sectors, including the business community. Phase 1 was made possible through a nearly $5 million donation from businessman Sebastian. His development company, Brick Hill Management Group, spearheaded the renovation process. Bastian says it was unacceptable for such a vital institution to remain in disrepair for 5 years. Vice President of UB North, Dr. Ian Strawn, expressing gratitude, noting the university has come a long way since the hurricane.
So though this is a good gesture, maybe I could have come sooner. Maybe governments could have done something sooner. But the fact of the matter is we're here today. And today is a celebration of a new day. Students now have this as a springboard to catapult themselves into a brighter future.
This phase has provided us with 3 science labs, 3 technology labs, our first ever recreational hall, 10 classrooms, a cafe, campus clinic, and much more.
Phase 2 of the UB North Rebuild project will include the completion of a library, entrepreneurship centers, and additional office spaces. Phase 3 will focus on the construction of student housing facilities designed to accommodate students from Abaco, Bimini, and beyond. And looking ahead to Stage 5, the university plans to expand its student population. President of the University of the Bahamas, Jane Hodder, says this has been the perfect partnership, while Chairman of UB's Board of Trustees, Allison Maynard Gibson, noted the donation from businessman Sebastian is the largest ever received by the university from an individual.
To our students, this day is for you. You're getting a beautiful new home for learning, recreation, student life, and building your community.
In early 2025, that's weeks away, you will see the commencement of Phase 2. And it is expected to be finished by the end of the second quarter of 2025. So to be clear, we should be in Phase 2 by latest June 2025.
And that was Janine Hodder, president of the university, Well, Grand Bahama also witnessing a wave of new investment. This as most recently an historic landmark on the Mall Drive reopened its doors to the public. The iconic pub, now renamed Pub 352, has been restored and reopened under new ownership as a vibrant restaurant and bar. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investment and Aviation Chester Cooper expressing his excitement over the new development. Cooper says the shared optimism among local entrepreneurs is a positive sign for Grand Bahama's economic resurgence as government remains committed to revitalizing the nation's second city.
I see the proposals, I hear the inquiries, and overall confidence in the economy of the Bahamas and the economy of Grand Bahama is still strong. The point I make today is whilst we wait for the $2 billion to come out of the pipeline fully, whilst we wait for other developments that the people of Grand Bahama are waiting for, it's important that we get on with it. And I'm delighted to see this organic growth. Sometimes we over-depend and over-rely on foreign direct investments. So when I see Bahamians investing in their own economy, it sends a very strong signal.
All right, such positive news, and still on the island of Grand Bahama, they can now boast of a brand new park in the heritage community. Minister for Grand Bahama and Member of Parliament for the Pine Ridge constituency, Ginger Moxie, shares the project has been in the works for quite some time now. A new park is designed to be a valuable resource for the community, offering children and families a space for positive activities. Features of the park include swings, a basketball court, slides, a gazebo, and much more. Minister Moxie says she was committed to bringing this vision to life.
We have a 10-point agenda for Pine Ridge, and these were one of those initiatives that we wanted to accomplish. Community revitalization and restoration, and ensuring that there are safe spaces and safe environments for kids to play in, for adults to play in. We're happy that we're able to make that happen today.
When our news comes back from the break, Tuesday night marked the annual Emerald Awards at the Atlantis Resort, where employees were celebrated for their dedication and excellence. We have the story straight ahead.
Coming up in sports, Bahama partners with John McEnroe. Mark Knowles hosts his signature event, and Derby Day is finally here. Well, almost.
And Greg is back with your extended weather when our news continues. Stay with us.
With some rhythm.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Every season creates an opportunity for you to enjoy the comfort and security of your most valuable assets. Unfortunately, termites are common and very unwanted guests that never stop eating. With Struckum, you can enjoy the peace of mind as we protect your investment with our 3-year fumigation warranty. Struckum, #1 in pest control services.
It's from Santa. He says it's for all of our hard work this year and for being the best and most accurate news of all. Thank you, Santa. And for you at home, we're wishing...
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. Bahama has partnered with an international tennis legend for its latest sports initiative. The former racket club will be known as the John McEnroe Tennis Center. The venue features 8 courts, including 6 professional-grade hard courts, 2 hard-true clay courts, along with 6 top-tier pickleball courts. Suitable for beginners and advanced players, the center is expected to host a wide range of programs, including clinics, resort tennis packages, private sessions, and events.
The goal is the same, is to give this sport that changed my life, and hope that it can change as many of these young kids as possible, as you said, would potentially keep them out of trouble, send them in a direction that they hopefully should be going in and possibly become a pro.
The announcement of the John McEnroe Tennis Center comes right in time for the 5th Bahama Cup, hosted by Mark Knowles. The Bahama Cup, a unique program and exhibition experience, takes place over the course of the next 3 days at the John McEnroe Tennis Center. Knowles, a 5-time Olympian, former doubles world #1, a National Hall of Famer, will host several notable names in the sport. The signature event benefits the Bahama Foundation and the Mark Knowles Children's Tennis Initiative. Funds raised will support tennis development programs across the Bahamas. In addition to the program, this year's event also includes a free children's community clinic on December 15th.
I always wanted to give back. I had my event for about 12 years before, then as soon as I retired, took a little break, and then I was super fortunate. Graham and his staff approached me and wanted to, have a partnership and create an event where we could give back to the community.
All eyes will be on Montague as the greatest show on sand returns. Last night's celebrity softball game was a bit of a preview, and now it's time for the main event. Team Bahamas will take on Team World tomorrow at the 7th Don't Blink Home Run Derby in Paradise. Team Bahamas will be headlined by former Derby champs and the only Bahamians to win the event, Chicago Cubs prospect BJ Murray and Miami Marlins prospect Bryce Dean. Team World includes names like Cincinnati Reds Minor League Player of the Year Cam Collier, Pittsburgh Pirates #3 prospect Tamar Johnson, and Oakland A's breakout star Lawrence Butler. The Derby begins at 1 p.m. tomorrow at the Montague foreshore with the team format. It's Friday, here's your 10YS Plays of the Week. At number 5 from the Don't Blink Celebrity Softball game, this is our favorite home run of the night, Pedro Dean. Word on the street, Dro is still rounding the bases as we speak.
At number 4, short course world champs in Budapest, Lamar Taylor rewrites the Bahamian record books every time he jumps into the pool.
At 3, Kai Jones is back in the G League and is still doing Kai Jones things, finishing the pick and roll with the game-winning flush. Gotta love the Elam ending, right?
At number 2, his Excellence 3, making history once again. 2,000 career regular season 3-point field goals and counting.
And at number 1, not boxing out VJ Edgecombe should get your NIL deal revoked. At the very least, you'll end up on a poster like this every time. That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. Derby Day tomorrow. Who you got?
Jazz Chisholm.
Great pick. Back to the studio.
Even though he's not here.
Still ahead on our news tonight, Tuesday night marked the annual Emerald Awards at the Atlantis Resort, where employees were celebrated for their dedication and excellence. Plus, partly cloudy skies across the islands today with cooler temperatures in the capital as we approach the weekend. Greg is back with your extended weather when our news continues. Stay with us.
America's 47th president, Donald J. Trump, takes office
on January 20th. With a decisive victory and clear mandate from the American people, what will his anticipated policy changes in immigration, taxation, climate change, foreign policy, and social reconstruction mean for the Bahamas and the region? Join On the Record with me, Jerome Sawyer, Thursday, January 23rd at 8 p.m. from the nation's capital, or a special mission to Washington.
So, who's driving tonight then?
Who's the best driver?
Guess who's driving?
Guess who's driving?
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price, and you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Over a decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
This is our news. Welcome back. We have a frontal boundary that is now fallen almost stationary across the central and southeast Bahamas. A lot of moisture behind that being picked up across the Atlantic and moving across the northwest and central portions of the Bahamas, leaving us with some cloudy conditions as well as some isolated scattered showers and some light rain. We will continue to experience these conditions as the system remains in place. We expect that frontal boundary to basically wash itself out, but the moisture will return with us as winds turn more towards the northeast to east over the next couple of days. But a very strong high pressure behind that will continue to dominate our weather, so we're looking at some hazardous beaching and boating conditions over the next several days. We also have, or we're watching a disturbance just to the east of Puerto Rico that should move into our area. That's going to keep our pressure gradient tight, and we're looking for those winds and seas, rough conditions continue into next week. Future forecast showing how things will be shaping up over the next couple of days with the moisture still in place across the central and southeast Bahamas. That disturbance will be approaching us by Saturday. Looks as though we will be spared somewhat on Saturday, but Sunday we expect the moisture to be moving into our area, so more showers and thunderstorms will be in the forecast during that time frame. Boating conditions for all areas tonight through tomorrow. Small craft advisory. We're asking you to stay out of the waters out there, as well as you beachgoers. Northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots. They will be gusting to near gale. Sea is running 6 to 9 feet, but building up to 12 feet in northeasterly swells along Atlantic exposures. Tide is presently high, will be low at midnight, and your next high tide will be at 6:29 tomorrow morning. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, isolated showers in the forecast tomorrow, but the winds will continue, and those winds will take us into the early part of next week, and then the disturbance moving into our area. We could see some showers carrying into next week as well. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night, and have a great weekend, everybody.
All
right, thanks so much, Gray. Well, Atlantis hosting their Emerald Awards on Tuesday, celebrating a number of their employees for their hard work in their respective roles and areas. Staged in the resort's theater, the lavish event featured comedian Das Quay, remarks from President and Managing Director Audrey Oswald, and a Junkanoo Rushout. Awardees expressing gratitude to the executive team for taking a moment to recognize the contributions they make daily to the company.
I am absolutely obsessed with service, whether it's catering or whether it's within the hotel. I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. It's like a flower blooming, but with the right moonlight. You know, the one that doesn't come very often. So the journey has been strong, it's been long, but successful.
It was a transcendental experience. It was amazing. You know, when I came here, it was a bit intimidating because everything was new, everything was unexperienced by me. But when I came into it, I came with a passion, I came with a purpose, and I achieved that goal. And this amazing company recognized that passion and that goal achievement.
Jacqueline Joseph, who received an award for 30 years of dedicated service, says since entering the hospitality industry, she's made a commitment to bring joy to the lives of her guests and colleagues.
I played a part in Sea Grapes. I don't remember the years. I played a part in Sea Grapes. From Sea Grapes, maybe like 10 years. Then I went over to Atlas, which is in the casino. And I left Atlas. Now I am a cocktail waitress on the casino floor. You know, first of all, I asked God for health and strength and to bring me out here. And as I go on, the years just keep adding up.
All right, congrats to the entire Atlantis team. With that, we thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team here at Our News, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
Hi, and thank you for watching. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.
Continue on notes here. Thank